Okay guys, so what's up guys? Chewbacca back with another video. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to just alliterate this because I know a lot of you guys who are Pixar fans, and I myself is a huge Pixar fan ever since freaking Wall-E, and after that I watched Toy Story like behind it after that. Now I wanted to talk about this film because this film also got an Oscar nomination, and if this film gets an Oscar win, I will be so angry that if this gets a win. I hope to God it doesn't. Now, the movie I'm going to be talking about is Elio. Now, Elio is like another one of these tropey, alien type shit movies that just happens to be there because they want to make a kids film based on this random main character tries to go to an alien world, and it comes out he meets the real one, and then everyone's trying to tell him to stop, but then he still does it anyway. Just hearing that story plot and just hearing that concept alone is just pisses me off. Like, I've watched every Pixar fan, and every Pixar fan always have a message, something important. And watching Elio, it's like I'm watching, like, if a toddler has to choose between a giant cannon or a toy, right? And he picks a cannon. Like, to that certain degree level dumb. Like, this main character, okay, I'm not gonna go too much spoilers. I don't want to go too much on it, honestly. Just a little brief about it from what I've watched. I know I watched it in the theaters, but that was a while ago that I watched it, and I forgot to make a review because I just don't want to make it because I hated it so much. Elio, in my opinion, is like the worst Pixar film ever made. Infinitely worse than Cars 2. I don't know where to start by saying how shitty this movie was, talking about someone doing something for the most insignificant way. I know it's supposed to be a plot meant for fiction wise, but for a fiction film like that, having characters be this dumb, it's polygamy. It grosses me, honestly. I want to give you guys a prime example of actually like making idiotic kids or idiotic like characters actually work. One of the characters was Up. Now, I know a lot of you guys were going to criticize me horribly, or, okay, not Up. Okay, what's the other, Coco. Now, sometimes characters may act a bit impulsive just to, like, make something out, try to come up with a plot so that there's, like, a conflict going on. Now, Coco did it right because I know for a fair reason that if the main character was, like, a child and giving like a certain narrative, you may think like some of the acting or some of like the character motives are kind of like ridiculous or just like outrageous, but actually in a good way, like a sense where it works well. But Elio, it is a complete polar opposite. This main character, the kid, I don't know where he existed. It looks like he was given birth by Patrick. Like Patrick Star from SpongeBob. And I know you guys are going to hate me by comparing Patrick Star by his stupidity, but it seems like Elio is like another version of Patrick Star, but in the worst way. To that certain degree where the kid was the main issue why this movie was so stupid. Like, it just makes no sense at all. Like, holy shit, honestly. Just watching the first 10 minutes of the movie, the Pixar's Elio, makes me feel so aggravated. Completely just drop kicked it. The moment I watched Elio, I had high expectations, or I had some expectations just watching this movie, just try to like understand or just digest into Pixar's tropey shit that they're gonna throw out since freaking Turning Red or something like that. But watching freaking Elio, I've went through my limits. I'm in my limit where I'm like fucking had it with it. Like, the character, like, interactions just makes no sense at all. Like, it was just fucking stupid. And having this movie in, like, a 75% Rotten Tomatoes, I think people are praising this movie a bit too much. I think that this movie is just fucking not just overrated, but just fucking stupid. Like it's just you've been praising idiots, and then now you're just letting the movie try to get an award for it, get credit for it. So that goes down. And the visuals in this movie is just as same as Lightyear, where like it is plain and dull and just there's nothing to like understand or nothing to enjoy about it. And like now I've heard some of the directors in this film were directed like Turning Red, but compared to Turning Red and Elio, Turning Red at least gets a decent plot, a decent like understanding. But just Alien was like a complete polar opposite. Like, fuck me. Like, it just makes no freaking sense. Like, god damn it, man. It freaking blows my mind how this movie is praised. Like, why? Like, it makes no sense why this movie is praised. Oh my god, bro. Just sitting in 10 minutes of this movie just fucking blows my fucking neurons off. It actually gives me a headache. Just how annoying, how stupid, and how fucking idiotic this main character was. I think compared to every main character in Pixar history, this is probably the stupidest character, infinitely worse than freaking whatever you call it. Like, what freaking not Turning Red, but Lightyear shit dumb. Like, to that certain degree. And I'm surprised both of those movies are praised for how good it was. Shit on that. Shit how good those two movies were. Shit on that, honestly. Like, how could you praise that movie, that shit movie, when there, at least Cars 2 had some action, at least enjoy for a moment. And then, like, for fuck's sake, like, Lightyear and freaking, what do you call it? Elio just doing the same realistic type shit where like a fictional ideas and all that. Like for fuck's sake, like give at least like good characters instead of having stupid characters like that exist in the world, honestly. I know I'm pounding on this phone and pounding on this desk for so long. I can't stop talking about how I can't be upset how this movie is praised. And when I saw the Oscar nomination and having this movie just be part of the Oscar nomination, I feel like Oscar's just being too loosey-goosey when it comes to like movies that actually have a soul. That movie, Elio, is soulless. It is a soulless piece of shit garbage that just happens to be there because just why not? And some of the other nominations from freaking Oscar for animated feature, the only movie that I probably would highly believe that it could possibly win, and I hope it does because it's probably the only movie that actually give a soul and actually give a freaking personality, is K-pop Demon Hunters. Now, I could blabber shit what I don't like about K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a bit. I feel like K-pop Demon Hunters is a bit overrated. I have friends around me who keep like telling me a lot how much they love K-pop Demon Hunters, and the more they keep talking about it, the more how much they praise the movie, the more that I just felt so flat about it. It feels like people just solely went to movies just because of K-pop. Now I have nothing against K-pop Demon Hunters at all. I think it's a good movie, but I feel like just people just spatting about it, just having to just keep hearing my family talking about it, how my friends talk about it. Everyone started like just glazing this movie a bit too much to the point that it makes me feel like you guys just watching the movie because it's just K-pop. It's just K-pop. But it shouldn't be that way. It is basically a story that's so rich, and that should people focus on instead of the fan fest or just something like that. Now, another movie that had a nomination that kind of questioned my mind a little bit is Zootopia. I have nothing against Zootopia 2. I think the movie is solid. I think it's a good step up to like the first one. It is like very relative to like Inside Out 2, where like the first movie was great and the second movie is like okay. It's like at least solid sequel where actually like people understood why it should connect. Zootopia 2 is one of those exceptions that I think is better than Inside Out 2 when it comes to like the sequel plot. But Elio, like okay, there's another Oscar like nomination like Arco. There's another movie and whatever it was. Yeah, those four. And having Elio in this movie, it is such a spit in our mouth. It's such a hakalugi into our mouth, considering how the Oscars just want us to just want to just digest shit movies and just wanted to just feel just stupid or just ridiculous. Honestly, I'm surprised that there's two movies that haven't got an Oscar nomination. Two movies are Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man. It's very surprising just how Oscar just didn't give a shit about actually effort movies where they just let other effortless movies, soulless garbage to just be put as an award. It feels like Oscar just wants to just do that for the sake of for their brand, just to continue. I have a really solid prediction that if K-pop Demon Hunters doesn't win this Oscar, people are just gonna go on a freaking war spree at freaking Oscars for not doing this, honestly, for not like contributing to it, the society's like at least engagement. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that if the Oscars just turns like that. I don't fucking care. But having Elio, my biggest concern is I hope Elio never wins. If Elio wins, I would fucking just... I don't know what to say, honestly. Like, having Elio as a win, you're just saying that you praise idiots in the world, and having people at least have brains just be extinct. Basically, you just want idiots in the world that wanted to freaking ballistic strike each other, so that way people have pleasure for it. And well, the smart people who have brains, who actually have a brain cell, just left them to dust because people just don't even give a shit. In my thought, having Elio as an Oscar, I wish that if the character wasn't stupid or the whole plot was all messy, I would have enjoyed it and I would have actually praised that if this won an Oscar. But it turned my mind where it's at a certain degree where like, oh my god, no, I hope it doesn't win. It's just a stupid idea just hearing like, it's just stupid for me that I have to sit down and watch Pixar's like film, a Pixar film that is like make the character's most unlikable character, that it just loses its touch and loses its flavor of anything that they made. Like, it pisses me off, especially where like there's so many other movies that came out where it's almost like they're trying to milk their own brand so that they could follow up with something. Toy Story 5, I don't know what jack shit that's gonna go with. I think Toy Story 5 should be the dead zone for Pixar because making more sequels and making more like solo movie dumb shit to almost like they just want to grab kids' money out of their wallets just to like cash in of the Pixar name. I don't know where they go. I don't know how the fuck they're gonna go with this, honestly. Like, they should fucking wake up and just give fucking good characters and just stop giving us dumb, shitty, gluttonous, lazy, and fucking brain rot character just to like have a plot. I don't know why that should be an idea in the first place. Whoever come up with the idea, I believe it's the directors, but whoever come up with this idea making Elio like main character this stupid, I hope this guy just rots in hell. Like, I hope... Okay, I take it back. I hope this guy freaking like... I would literally fucking like go up to him and just... Why? Just, why did you make this character? Why? It makes no fucking sense at all. So yeah. I know this sounds like I'm rage baiting a lot. I'm angry about this, but this is just stupid where like you give shit movie an award or a nomination is just fucking ridiculous. It just makes no sense. At this point, the Oscars shouldn't even care for it at this point. Like, no matter how like big the brand is, I feel like their brand's gonna slowly die down when they keep doing shit like that, where they give shit movies better awards and just give nothing else about it. I don't know where to go with that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys don't find this video a bit too personal. I hope you guys understand it. But I hope to God that later on down the line, that Pixar makes better movies in the future. Not something like Elio anymore. Because I'm sick of this movie, honestly. I am just sick of this garbage just that I had to deal with. I had to just swallow with it, honestly. Fucking hell, honestly. And I hope the Oscar, like, fucking gives K-pop Demon Hunters to win. It's just silly that... It just feels so silly that people praise freaking shitty movies like freaking Elio, like, example, as a prime example, that people are just willing to watch no matter what. I just can't believe it. This shit sucks. This shit sucks balls, bro. Fuck me. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next video. Peace out, guys.